Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Mamonde Rose Water Toner. I have been curious about this toner for quite some time, and when I was in Auckland recently I was going through the atrium on Elliot Mall and I found one of the K-beauty stores and they had this in stock, and for a reasonable price I was pretty desperate for toners at that point in time, so I decided to pick it up anyway, even though it wasn't the most cost-effective option at that time because I pretty much just didn't want to wait for the shipping. And of course the bottle itself is so cute and it smells like roses, so I was kind of like, well, why not just get it now? So the product description says 90.89% damask rose water. Damask roses grow in the world famous Rose Valley of Bulgaria and have been used to formulate toner since the 16th century with their excellent soothing and hydrating effects and beautiful fragrances. Low temperature, super high pressure rose water extraction. Unlike high temperature distillation that uses hot steam, we applied the pressure of 10,000 m underwater in a low temperature to minimize deformation of active ingredients by heat. I don't really know what that means, but sure, it's got lots of roses in it. This toner comes in a pretty big bottle. I have the 250ml version, but it also comes in a 500ml version too. The bottle is super cute and very much my aesthetic. I also quite like the little nozzle. It makes it pretty easy to dispense the toner. The toner itself is clear in colour and has a watery texture, which isn't surprising since it's a rose water toner. It's easy to spread out and absorbs quickly. It is very fragranced, so if you don't really love the scent of roses, I would recommend choosing another toner. I find this toner to be very lightly hydrating, and even if I do 7 layers, my skin still feels like it needs more. It doesn't make my skin look super plump or hydrated, which is very disappointing. I love the packaging, I love the scent, but I don't feel like this is hydrating enough for my skin, personally. This is definitely a toner that I would recommend to oilier skin types or those who don't want to layer too much hydration with their toners, but they do want something that's really refreshing, especially if you do like the scent of roses because it's pretty rose scented. But it's not something I'd recommend to drier skin types who want those really thick, hydrating toners because even with 7 layers, this is just not going to do it for you. I have actually been using this as a mist, either to go on top of my makeup if I want my skin to stay more hydrated throughout the day, or if I'm kind of like doing something in between my bathroom after I've just washed my face before I go on to do my other toner steps. So it is quite nice. It's very refreshing and I pretty much just keep using it for the smell, to be honest. Although I did find the scent a little bit too much when I started using it, I've kind of like desensitized and grown used to the smell, and I do like roses, so I'm kind of happy with that. This is a beautiful toner and I do enjoy using it, but it's probably not one that I would repurchase. My skin really loves lots of layers of hydrating toners and this just isn't really doing it for me, unfortunately. And I think that for like just using it as a rose water spray, I could get cheaper rose water elsewhere. So unfortunately, not the toner of my dreams, but it is still really nice nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for watching this review and I will see you next time. Bye!